He's got some gun runners up in front of him, including Troy Jenkins having his first start back after a spell. Bobby Woods in car number 13. Leland there in car number 1. So for Joe Fontana of Fontana Automotive in Los Angeles, he's got 3 prime runners in here and a couple of others as well.
As they come around to the white line, and they get a cut on the outside. Is the veteran John Church first into turn number 1. Bobby Woods looking good further back in the pack. He gets balked there by 51 Stewart. Bobby Woods moves up into 4th, 3rd. Yep, probably make that 2nd by the time they get out of the turn. Jenkins is in there. Finding him going a little tough. Look at Woodsy around the outside. Runs them all up in one foul swoop. Stewart looking good down on the inside of the track. Jenkins out in no man's land at this stage. As Mike said, he's back from a spell and finding him going a little tough. McSpadden's also in there. McSpadden passes Jenkins, and the American moves up through the field to occupy position number 2 on the racetrack. Mike has got a lot of work in it if they want to catch Bobby Woods.
Well, Leland took it a little cautiously through there. Now he's got some breathing space, but Woods is giving him no joy whatsoever. He's up running the high line. Jenkins is back there in the pack. He made a blistering start. But every time he's tried to round someone on the outside, they've all drifted up the racetrack, and Day does that under Church. Troy's using the high line, whoops, and Johnny Church used both of the lines, so he's caught up in amongst cars here. I'd get the hell out of there. Get down the inside of Church and be long gone. They go down the back straight. No one's going to catch Bobby Woods. He'll have 3 laps to go this time, except number 4 is going to bring the lights on the front straightaway. As they go past the line with 3 to go, Leland up in the 2nd spot now, and 3rd is car number 51, with Troy Jenkins making a run down the outside in car number 78. But the ambers come on, and that's probably something that Woodsy didn't need. So that's going to close it up now with 3 to go on the rerun. Bob Woods, the race leader in car number 13. Leland with a little bit of half turning right in the middle of the corners. Okay, they come back across the start-finish line. 3 laps to go on the restart. Order, Bob Woods in the number 13 Caltex machine over Leland McSpadden, the United States in car number 1. 51 sits back there in 3rd, Chris Stewart. And the next is Day behind him, and then Troy Jenkins. Coming up for the restart. Okay, they get firing. The first 3 got into it in a hurry. As they come around the top corner, down the front straightaway, Woodsy will go to the outside here. He loves this high sweep into the bottom corner, but no, this time he goes in low. And Leland comes out of there running the low side as well, and Jenkins finally gets past Day with an inside pass down the back straightaway. They'll have 2 to go this time as they come around the top corner, and the veteran Bobby Woods of Sydney in car number 13 doing a good job there. Out there in front and leading it with McSpadden in 2nd. Jenkins doing it a little tough here, but he finally makes his way through to 3rd with a lap and a quarter to go, and I don't think Leland is going to catch Bobby Woods in this one. They come down the front straight away, the white flag is out, and the veteran Bobby Woods in the Fontana leads Leland McSpadden in the Fontana and Troy Jenkins in the Fontana, so that's a trifecta as they head down the back straight away. Coming up in the turn number 4, let's hear it for the Sydney veteran Bobby Woods, doing a good job there in the 13 car, beats Leland McSpadden and Troy Jenkins, his first start back in car number 78. Getting to the line in 3rd place, or 4th place I should say, was Alan Day, as they one of the other machines had a problem getting out of the final corner. At least gets back to the front line with Stewart for this one.
And Craig Brady starting off 4. Good run earlier on, finished in 4th place. And Craig's a 2nd generation driver. Father Steve, one of the greats here in Speedcars throughout the late 80s, early 90s, and had a run at the showground a few weeks ago. And I tell you what,
did a good job too.
Old Braids, and he won't mind me calling him that in all due respect, can still pedal. If the kid's got half as much talent as the old man, he'll certainly go a long, long way in this sport. Craig Brady, and probably it's his 10th or 12th meeting in a speed car. Another one of the go-kart graduates. Good fielder. Stephen Graham and Keith Giles up the back of the pack. You got some hard charges there. 8 laps is the journey. It is brought to you by Auto One, parts and accessories. Coming around towards turn number 4. and hoping for a green flag situation. Jenkins and Stewart share the front row, and Jenkins very quick to get off the mark. The officials have allowed it. Brady looks around the outside. He's not going to go anywhere there. He ducks back on the inside to Stewart, looking for some racing room, and there's plenty of horsepower in that number 71 car. He moves through to second. Stephen Graham is already up into position number 4. Keith Giles looking for fifth. Giles, he's struggling a little bit tonight in the number 20 car. Second place at the moment is Dave Lambert in 23. Brady and Graham are hoping to end that pretty quickly. Brady's got a little bit of confidence here. He's starting to build it up. The track developing a few little bumps, but that's not going to bother these guys. Make a race out of it. Jenkins has badly messed up turns 1 and 2, but still holds a nice, comfortable lead over the battle for second. And what a battle it is, Mike.
Sure is. I've been watching Terry King back in the pack just a little bit, trying to clear himself. He's made about 5 runs on Giles, passed him every time, only to be repassed. The leader is Darren Jenkins, the red-hot rookie in the Peter Jackson Lanta Toyota entry. He comes through the top bend. Lambert holds down second. Brady is the next one through, followed by Stephen Graham, who's been the prime mover from the back of the pack, and he dives down underneath Brady as they go to the bottom turn. He'll pick one up. Brady, at this stage, doing it a bit tough with a few of the hurdles, and back in the pack again, it's Giles and Terry King side by side. Across the line, they'll now have 3 laps to go. Seconds held by Lambert, but here comes Stephen Graham. Gee whiz, swapping to the outside. Couldn't do much about that. King now elects to run the outside, and that's the quick part of the racetrack at the moment. There are a couple of them hurdling bumps down low, and fast line appears to be the outside. Graham's tried everything at Lambert with 2 to go, but he keeps ducking down the inside to hang on to him, and just can't do anything about it because Lambert's car had a fair turn of speed. Now he has a shot on the outside. That was a lot better, and now he gets halfway through the bumps. They've got 1 to go. Darren Jenkins in front.
Yeah, doing a good job. Good battle between Lambert and Graham for the minors. Craig Brady, I think, is relegated back to 4th, and that's where he'll stay. 2 fourths, though, not too foul. Good race win for car number 79, Darren Jenkins. Second place, a long way back, is Stephen Graham. Third place is Lambert. Fourth place is Craig Brady, a time of 2:13.21, 2 minutes 13.21 seconds.
Just a reminder too, with sprint car racing this week.
In car number 91, down the back straight with the pace vehicle. And Phil Harrison, my co-commentator on SBS Speed Week, joins me for the call. This is a testing track for drivers tonight, Phil.
Yeah, it's roughing up a little bit out there, but it's a great testimony to the curators that we got the track in for tonight with all the rain we've been experiencing in Sydney.
Okay, that's Stanbrook on the front row, sharing that with car number 80, Cole Devaney. They've had a chop and change of positions since we gave out the official starters. Adrian Marr there in the second row, car number 86.
Good to see Adrian back after that nasty tumble at the showgrounds.
Yep, Bobby Woods moves up to take position number 4, so that second row is a hot row. Up to a start, we have the green. Getting the jump is Stanbrook. Down the outside goes Devaney in car number 80. On the inside is Adrian Marr, and trying desperately to get 4 wheels on the track is Bobby Woods, who now does that and moves up into 3, with Bobby Morris on the inside of him as they come back to the main straight.
Bobby Woods down the outside looking for a 3rd place, and he takes it as they head down towards the freeway. Bobby Woods still out wide as we cop an orange down on turn 1.
The ambers come on just as Bobby Woods runs around the outside of Brett Morris, and Adrian Marr hit the lead. Car number 80, Cole Devaney, bringing on the caution lights as he tangled with another car. No damage done. We're told officially that Woodsy's in 3, but as you can see, he's slotted into position number 2, so it looks like they're going to let him go. Indeed they do. Running back to the main straight, Adrian Marr is challenged on the inside as they run to turn number 1 by Bobby Woods. Woods goes low, Marr goes high. Morris is looking for what he can pick up on the scraps.
And how smooth is Bobby Woods? Even though this track's roughed up, Woods is running the high line out round that rough spot down there on turn 4 and continues to lead.
They give a protest flag to Woodsy. There's Morris really hiking the inside wheel off the ground. Track conditions very testing for drivers tonight. Running under the protest flag is Bobby Woods, but they started the race when he was in second spot. Up the home straight once more. 13 leads 17 with Adrian Marr back in third, and we've got 5 laps to go.
31 holding down fourth spot. As they head down the back straight, slow car peeling off and going back to the pits, but it's Bob Woods still running under the protest flag, well out in front from car 17. Brett Morris. Marr back in third. Woods bicycle through turn 2. Woods still safely down the back straight with 3.5 laps to go.
Look at them bouncing through the corner. Bob Woods electing to take the ruts just to get the better line on the circuit, and it's paying the dividend he wants. Staying down low is Morris. He's playing it cautiously. Won't show his true hand until the feature race. He's certain of a start in that. Running second. Here comes Woods once more, getting a bit of smooth run around the top lip of the circuit now. 2 laps to go. You can see where Woods putting the car on the track. He's finally sorted out where the ruts are. Watch him as he heads through the top turn this time, up as high as he dare put the 13 car. Gets a smooth run onto the main straight and also sees the white flag. He's now pulling well clear of the man running in second spot, Brett Morris, and well back now is Adrian Marr running third in car number 86.
John Field back in fourth, but he doesn't look like he can do the business and get into the top 3. Coming down to take the checkered flag, and it's the veteran Bobby Woods. He'll have to discuss that back in the pits when they find out what that protest flag was all about. Second goes to car 17, Brett Morris, with third, young Adrian Marr, and fourth, John Field.
Okay, no time taken because of the stoppage. Okay, they'll have to drive according to track conditions. Church on the inside, Ron Liddell on the outside of the front row. Muhammad Ali there in the second row. Full name, Muhammad Ali Fawana. Inside of that second row is Alan Day, and 1 row further back on the inside is Troy Jenkins. Outside of him is Phil Chilton, and the Americans in the field as well. So we've got a strong field with Mark Brown there. They get the green, race to turn number 1. It's John Church in front, running second is Liddell. Muhammad Ali has a look on the inside, goes up track and cops Liddell. That moves Liddell out of shape. Going through on the inside to capitalise is Mark Brown. Liddell comes down track and says, I'm not going to yield that position. The back markers are getting a bit agitated, including Leland McSpadden, who's looking for a way through the inside of car number 10. Now Liddell drifts up track and they go to the back straight away. With car number 5, John Church in front, and coming from the back of the field is Troy Jenkins. It's a crowded field too as they move up the main straight. Who's getting the advantage? It's Leland McSpadden, who's up now, running in third and running the high line to the back straightaway. Following him down there is Mark Brown in car number 33. Day looks on the inside for the lead. Church is up high. Switching down low is McSpadden. That was good driving that took him into position number 2, and he threatens for the lead as they go to the back straight. Alan Day's race is run. In front now is Leland McSpadden from Arizona. Moving into second spot, fighting for that position, is Mark Brown of Victoria, and putting it to the American on the inside. And look at Troy Jenkins coming back to form. He's got Brown as they go to the back chute, and now settles in right on the tail of car number USA 1.
The American McSpadden down onto turn 4 has Troy Jenkins breathing down his neck as the Australian Troy Jenkins goes into the lead. Troy Jenkins, great to see him back after a little bit of illness over Christmas, but he's certainly gained pace very quickly here at Parramatta City Raceway as McSpadden fights back. McSpadden hanging back in third as Troy goes wide, and we have a new race leader. No, we don't. Troy Jenkins clings onto the lead.
Great tactical race here as to who wants to put their car where on the circuit. McSpadden didn't pay off for him. He had the race lead and now is back in third place. Out in front is Jenkins, who's using the same line that was used by Bobby Woods. There's 1 lap to go in this one, and Jenkins is proving the smooth line is around the top. Both second and third are running in low lines, and just look at Jenkins pulling away from them. Car number 78, the final corner, and returning to victory after a long break due to glandular fever, Troy Jenkins gets home to defeat Mark Brown, with third placing going to American Leland McSpadden. The race time, 2 minutes 15.56 seconds. 2 minutes 15.56 seconds. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a Speedcar supporter, I'm sure you'd welcome Troy Jenkins back to the winner's circle at PC. He can't count the first 4, we're told. Milton's given us the 5. All right, in the back straight.
Milton's just excited.
All aboard who's going aboard. Waiting for the pace vehicle to depart. It does so, and on the front row is the West Australian Keith Giles with John Dark in car number 2. Let's see which one wins turn number 1. The white stripe is across the circuit. That's where they have to stay even until they start racing. Off and running. There goes Giles. John Field slips into second spot in car number 31 after a crash earlier tonight when he got T-boned. And back in third is John Dark, but look at Day coming through with Chilton.
Yeah, good drive there by Alan Day, moving up into position number 3. Chilton relegated to 4. Hey, a bit of synchronised spinning down the main straightaway. Car number 88, Darren Rigg, and 91, Sean Wilkinson.
There's the cone in the back straightaway. Giles passes it, puts the pedal to the metal, as they say, and John Field scratching for a bit of power to follow the West Australian as Alan Day has the mark of the man running in second.
Day moves through on the inside of Field. We saw John Field involved in a bit of a crash earlier on tonight. And I think it's a fair bet that Field will be content just to qualify for the main event. No doubt they're picking up little things that may still be wrong with the car. Ron Liddell moves through to occupy 5, relegating, pardon me, Stanbrook and Stewart back to 6 and 7 respectively on the racetrack.
Alan Day making a reasonable fist of it, running in second spot and trying to track down the leader. Still third is John Field in 31, using this as a hit out to get the car set up for the feature race. He knows he's going to get there. So the interest is in the battle for second. Giles, as expected, has got a comfortable lead in car number 20. And running in second spot is still Day, but holding down third, car number 31, John Field.
I think it's fair to say that Giles, he'd rather a track a little drier to do his damage on, but
Ron Liddell drives into the rear of car number 50 at the top turn. Jeez, he's having a fun night tonight. Paul Stanbrook wonders why he got a tap-tap. Just keeping an occasional eye on those two, and that scrap towards the back of the field. Race leader goes past us in the main straight. Running second, John Field, and third, Alan Day. Fourth is Phil Chilton. Fifth is Stanbrook, and here goes the big move on the outside by Ron Liddell. Stanbrook hangs him out to dry as they go through turn 2. White flag is out, 1 lap to go for the West Australian. Limping back to the pits is car number 80, I believe. 74 runs in third spot. Running second is car number 31, John Field. This one has been run and won, and going through to tonight's main event will be West Australian Keith Giles. That's where he's more familiar. Running second is John Field, and third Alan Day. No time taken.
At the showground a couple of weeks ago, Troy Jenkins already signalling that he's going to work his way to the outside as we set for the 1995 Bob Tattersall Classic at PCR. Let's hope it goes flag to flag and no incidents. Hang on to your hats, race fans. We're about to go to green as they come off turn number 4, and the race is now underway. Adrian Marr, and there goes Jenkins down the outside. McSpadden, oh, one upside, that's Terry King, I think. Wowee, he's okay though. He's climbed over a wheel down there in the bottom corner. And Terry took a wild ride, but he is okay. We're watching him moving around in the cockpit. He's just waiting for the crew to arrive and push the car back onto 4 wheels. Wowee, that happened. We had 2 upside down even before the start tonight. They're just about to push it back onto all 4. And he is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Talking to the crash crew. Just looking at that on the monitor. So it's back on 4 now. That's not the start that Terry King wanted to. They're starting out of position number 3.
The pace car is off. You're hopeful of getting a green flag. And in fact, 1 lap in. This Bob Tattersall Speedcar Trophy brought to you by STP. Oh, the jump goes Mark. And found wanting was Lambert. Oh, Graham. Oh, look at McSpadden. McSpadden started out of 12 and is up into position number 6 on the racetrack. Bobby Woods is already in there aiming for position number 1. Marr is your race leader. Woodsy down the outside. High, wide and handsome. And the red number 13 moves through to occupy 1 on the racetrack.
Troy Jenkins now moves up into position number 2. Mars staying on the inside of the track. Mark Brown, Brett Morris and Leland McSpadden. The posse is closing. Stephen Graham in there. And Craig Brady not too far behind the boys either. Jenkins on the inside looking for some racing room. Morris goes through on the inside of McSpadden. They head down into 3 and 4. Morris a little high again. He surrenders his place on the track to McSpadden. Oh!
Well, it's Adrian Marr that's just run interference like you couldn't believe. And Troy Jenkins gets up to the inside of Bobby Woods as they go down the back straightaway. Side by side, but Jenkins' car jumps up, and so too does Bob Woods, but Jenkins will take the lead narrowly. McSpadden's now up into 3rd. Can he run them down? He'll use the low side of the racetrack. Back and forth is Brett Morris. They're then followed by Mark Brown and Stephen Graham. Tell you what, talk about a race for believers, usually jumping and hurdling through the ruts. McSpadden spending a lot of time down the low side of the track, and the rest of the guys are up high as they go through the bottom turn. Whether or not he's got a car problem, I'm not quite sure, but he's still gaining on them just the same.
He hasn't got a car problem, I'll tell you that. He started out at 12, and Jenkins is hopping around all over the track. McSpadden's on the scene, Woods is on the scene, and there's a few slower cars on the scene as well. Oh, Ron Liddell performing at his best. Jenkins still leads from Woods on the inside. No, hanky-banky Yankee looking for some room. He moves up 1 place into 2. Can he take the lead? Himey-Fimey's hoping, and he goes through. The American from 12 to 1, and Jenkins back around the outside. Jenkins high, McSpadden low. Who's going to win this game? No one knows.
They come the front straight away, into the bottom turn. McSpadden has got through the ruts. Here goes Jenkins again. They've lost Woods. Morris is back dicing with Woods and picking up the front end. But up in the top corner, Troy the boy is the only one having a go. In front of them, the rest of them could, oh, they ought to park this lot as they come down the front straight away. They can't keep it straight in the front straight. They should be back in the pits. Okay, Morris and Bobby Woods having a big belt down the outside. Woodsy won that encounter. McSpadden's trying to get around 52 as they come onto the front straightaway. Jenkins going after him. I tell you, Jenkins has done better in this than I thought he would. And there he goes! Down on the inside of the yank, up to the high side. But McSpadden's got the drive on the back straightaway, but he's gone through to take the lead again. There comes McSpadden back to take the lead. They've changed the lead 2 laps in the last 2 as they go across the line. Okay, everyone's into the PJs. They work the back straight. McSpadden's there, but Troy Jenkins looking good. And these Fontanas are running like the house on fire tonight. They come around the top corner, and Jenkins' car looks more settled than Leland's, but Leland's is faster in a straight line. Now he has a go. Troy again around the outside. Bobby Woods would love to get up and play with these boys, and is probably about to do that with 8 laps to go.
Great battle. They're coming up to some slower traffic. Woods and Morris will benefit from this. On the inside goes Leland McSpadden, passing some lap traffic. Liddell again. Bobby Woods in 3rd place has not given up the ghost, and Brett Morris isn't too far behind, occupying position number 4 on the racetrack.
Well, one thing you've got to give to young Jenkins, he's really driving hard here, coming in behind McSpadden as they come down the front straight. Here he goes again, floats it to the outside, waits to see what the American will do. They've got 5.5 laps to go as they work the back straight, and McSpadden gets away, comes up behind Adrian Marr. Now McSpadden's gone to the inside here. He's probably found that a little smoother. Jenkins ascending. I think Jenkins maybe just starting to run out a bit of puff here. Woods can't do much about it as they move their way onto the back straightaway. And McSpadden gets out to the length of the straight, and they've got 4 laps to go the next time around. Jenkins in 2nd, 3rd is still Woods, 4th place is held by Morris, and 5th by Brown. That's the order as they go across the line. McSpadden has done a wonderful job out of position number 12. Keeps his record intact in Australia for a top 4 finish again tonight, though it's going to be a win. And his first Speedcar main event win at Parramatta with 3 laps to go.
A great battle for the past 17 laps. It has gone flag to flag, and it looks like it will at this stage. Woods remaining in 3rd. Now look at this, McSpadden passing Keith Giles. You won't see that very often here at PCR, nor any other track across the country. Down the main straightaway, 900 metres to go. McSpadden held up a little bit, but that isn't going to bother him too much. Oh, he's been really balked here. He's looking for some room. He goes the inside, and here comes Jenkins. All of a sudden, he's back on the scene. Now Jenkins gets balked. Can he get the run down? It doesn't look like it. The white flag is out, indicating 1 to go. And love the Americans or hate the Americans, you've got to respect the Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, jump up onto your feet. This has been one hell of a drive, a hell of a battle. McSpadden will take the checker from Jenkins in position number 2. Third place, but only just as Woods from Morris, Brown,